welcome back to another video. Today's actually going to be a sit down, and it's going to be little man's 18-month update. Say yay! He already is taking over the paper just like Denise did, all done. But he has my little cheat sheet paper of just some of the things that I could think of that he does, he says. There's just so much. 18 months is where they start doing so many different things. And it's just what I could think of off the top of my head, and I know I'm going to finish this video and I'm going to think of so many other things, and if the camera moves, it's because I have it on a little box and he keeps kicking it. I'll tell you guys as much as I can think of, but I'll start out with his weight, his height, and his head circumference. When we went to the doctors, they had their appointment at the same time, and Denise is here too. She's just hanging out. His weight was 26 pounds, 11.5 ounces, which is in the 80th percentile. His height is 33 3/4 inches, so he's very close to 3 feet, and that is in the 88th percentile, so he's very tall. He's always been on the taller side. I know he's barely in the camera. You say hi. His head circumference was 48.5 centimeters, which is perfectly fine. That's 79th percentile, much higher than Denise. Alright, I just ran and got him his own notebook to play with because he just kept taking my paper and it was difficult to look at it. Yeah, you took my paper. And you're still going to, huh? Some of the things he loves doing, just a handful of them. He loves playing with his sister. Just like I said, she likes playing with him. He loves playing with her. There are times they fight. You know, they're both little. I talked about this in her 6-month video, but they both, you know, pull and fight on certain toys if they both want them. The other thing he loves is his bunnies, and I know I've talked about them a little bit, but he loves his bunny. He has a bunny blanket. He has one that's like a little rattle. He has another one that has like a tiny little blanket on it. He loves them. He needs them for a nap and bedtime, and he does walk around the house with them, but he never like goes out with them. Sometimes he'll take them to the car, but most of the time he doesn't, and he doesn't need them to go out. Only it's mostly bedtime, and we gave in and kind of let him just walk around with the house sometimes. But if he's playing and doing something, he doesn't need it. Of course, he loves mommy and daddy. He always loves when Paul comes home from work. He's like, Daddy, Dad, 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 and loves just Dad, 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 Dad. Right? You love Dad, Dad? Another thing he loves is going outside. He loves playing outside. He loves playing with his water table, his little fake grill set that he has. He loves when we go to my aunt and cousins. He loves when we go to my dad's. And with that being said, he loves swimming. He loves water. He loves his bath. He actually took a bath, not even a bath, because he literally took one last night. He just wanted to go in the tub and have the water turned on and play in there. And so we let him do that. He loves the water. And today is so hot that even if you're out in the water, it's just really, really hot. Another thing he loves is actually playing by himself. And it's just something he's always done. If you try to go play with him, sometimes he'll let you, and sometimes he just walk to the other room. There's multiple times that Paul and I have gone to go play with him, and he's like, walks to the living room, or goes from the living room to his bedroom. He just, whatever he wants to do, sometimes he's by himself. He'll just sit over in his little kitchen area, which is over there, sit at his table and chairs and just play with the food. He talks to himself. He pretends to eat it. He loves that. And speaking of his kitchen, loves his kitchen. That's probably one of his favorite, things to play with, other than some of his little toys like his phone and other tiny toys that he likes. But his kitchen and the food, you constantly see him with the food. Things he hates, diaper changes. That's one of the big things. Absolutely hates diaper changes. I know a lot of kids do, but there's not a single diaper change that goes well. And if it is, maybe if you give him your phone to just mess around with, it'll go good. But most of the time that doesn't even work. He wants to take your phone and go. He doesn't want to sit there any longer. And it's like, we try to do them as quick as we can, but he doesn't understand that if he just sits there, we can get them done in literally 10 seconds. Another thing is he hates being told no, which is, again, most toddlers. So actually right then I just had to tell him no, and he was not too happy. And when you tell him no, he now knows what you're saying also, so he continues to do it. So he was just kicking the box out of the way with the camera on it, and I was telling him no, and he kept doing it. So he tests your patience, definitely, but we get through it. Right now he is in size 24 months or 2T. It all depends. He fits both. 24 months, some things are getting small, like sleepers, you know, for the height. 2T is, you know, longer on him. It'll last him a little longer. Some of the 24 months are getting put into a donate pile because he no longer fits them. He is trying to talk a lot. He babbles so much. But like as he said, dada, and I know he said one other word before, but he says dada and mama, all different things, but he's starting to put words together. He used to say done when he was done with something, especially food. But now he goes, ah done, for all done. So, and we always try and work with him. We'll be like, hey, Polly, look at mommy, or look at daddy, and we'll be like, all done, to try and get him to say his words better. All done. But we're working on that, and for 18 months, you know, our doctor was totally happy with where he is. He knows multiple words. One thing that he does that I know a lot of people have issues with is sleeping through the night. He goes to bed at 10 and wakes up somewhere around 10-ish, give or take. It all depends on the day, all depends if he woke up in the middle of the night. If he wakes up in the middle of the night, we don't hear him. Sometimes we know because we might still be up. But he does not cry. He kind of just sits in his crib. It's something as if you toss and turn, or you kind of toss and turn, and if you have your TV on and you kind of just watch it a little bit, he just, you know, hangs out in his crib and falls back to sleep in a couple of minutes. But he sleeps through the night. Just like Denise, she sleeps really well. She wakes up for 1 or 2 bottles. I know this isn't about, as of right now, it's been 1 bottle, which has been awesome. So she's on her way to sleeping through the night, and that's what he did. When he was little, it went from like 3 bottles to 2 bottles to 1, and then just sleeping through the night. And she's been eating a lot more, so that helps. Anyway, back to Paulie. He also takes 1 nap, and it could be anywhere from 1 hour to 3 hours. It all depends on what he did during the day, how he slept at night. Again, there's so many factors, but we let him sleep what he wants, and there's a cutoff time that we don't let him sleep past, though, so he does go to bed. We wake him up, and that way he's not wide awake when it's time for bed around 10, which we start getting him ready at 9:30. Another thing is he doesn't do bottles, and usually you stop that at 12 months. Everyone's different. Some babies take forever to get off of it. We were so lucky, and he was no problem at all transferring from a bottle to a sippy cup. No problem from like the formula to the whole milk. He does absolutely fine. Hasn't had a bottle since even before 12 months, I think. Now he knows how to use straws, no problem. He also can use a cup, but I got a little cup and it's a tiny one. It's meant for him, and he uses it. He knows how to do it, but he's still learning though, because he makes a mess. He pours it and it gets all over him. I only give him water in it, so it's not a huge mess for me to clean up, like something sticky or whatnot. One thing with like the whole saying no, and this is just any other time if he's mad about something, tantrums. He's definitely hitting terrible twos, and that terrible twos is just like a saying. It happens before 2 for sure, and I'm officially sure that we have hit that. He does the noodle, you know, holding him or picking him up, and he just throws himself and goes all limp, and it's like, it makes it really difficult, but he just gets all upset, has real tears for no reason. It could be saying no because he can't, you know, go play in the toilet, for instance. But he gets mad over this littlest things, and they're little minds, you know. He's so little, he doesn't know what's going on. He's still learning so much, and we have to remember that he's figuring out everything. It's all so new to him. He's only been, you know, on this world a year and a half. He also will just like throw himself to the ground if he's mad, if he's not standing up and doing the noodle, and he'll just throw himself, bash his head on the ground for absolutely no reason. It's not needed like that. And I'm sorry if there's like a whole bunch of noise. He's just playing, she's playing, he's messing around with everything. He's being a little baby. Some things he knows is his body parts. He is literally leaning against me. He knows his head, his hair, his ears, eyes, nose, mouth, tongue, teeth. He knows his feet, his toes, his legs, his belly, his arms, his hands, his fingers. he knows his knees, he knows his elbow, and we're working on shoulders, but I'm really happy with what he knows, and we're just learning more as we go. And now animals, as he's playing with his little Fisher-Price farm animal thing right there. He loves animals, loves cars also, but animals, he's learned a lot of the noises that they make. He knows cow, dog, pig, cat, dinosaur, horse, sheep, and there might even be more that I can't think of right now. With the cars, whenever he has a car, he goes around, you know, playing around with it. And also, if we'll be in the car or something and he hears police sirens, which we never even pointed them out to him, he'll go, woo, you know, trying to make the noise of them. Woo. Some of the things he does is he waves hi, blows kisses, and he loves to give kisses. Here's Denise's appearance, but he loves to give kisses. He'll go, mwah, right? Mwah. No, not now, of course. He loves brushing his teeth. That's actually, and it's such a good thing. He loves going in and brushing his teeth and getting himself all ready in the morning with his hair. He knows the routine of brushing his teeth, brushing his hair. One new word is dude. I always call him like little dude, or I say dude to him sometimes, and he, next thing you know, he said dude, dude, dude. If I had him sitting right here and was like, say this, do this, he wouldn't. But because he hears me, right now he's saying dude, just like he's done with other words. But I mean, I know there's so many more things that he does, that he says, but for now, this is what I just thought of off of the top of my head, and obviously that's the ones that stick the most, and there's, every day he does so many new and different and cool things, and it's just amazing watching him grow, and I love being his mommy, right? Mwah, mwah, mwah. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and go follow us on Instagram down below. Bye bye.